It will only be one map played. We are split. Team Heretics took Nuke a day ago. At NIP, we were able to take Overpass 16-3, and now we find ourselves here on Vertigo, the third map in the series. Blood, looking to try and get it done.
Finally, we do have the map to be played out. This is a big game for both the teams. If Heretics win this, they are tied in second place with NIP, and if NIP win this, they're going to be on top of the Group A, which has names like an Astralis or a Fnatic, as well as Vitality. So this is a lot at stake here. And a little bit of correction, I mentioned earlier that NIP this lineup has a 6-3 win record. No, they have a 9-3 win record, of which quite a few of those games were actually on LAN as well. So they are very comfortable on this map. But Heretics, they haven't dropped a single map so far, this lineup on Vertigo. So very, very, very evenly matched on these two teams. And NIP going to open things up with a kill over towards A ramp.
Yeah, Keo getting locked down early. He was the player top fragging for them on their nuke win in this series. NIP, 4 sets of Kevlar, a smoke, and a Molotov in the hands of Nock, as they will start to gather outside of the B-bomb site. Team Heretics rotating 2 players over. It's going to be XMS over and ready for this attack coming in from the NIP players. And just behind back has the assistance of Lucky. Another rotation from the rest of the Heretics are coming through over towards the B-bomb site. NIP trying to get involved, trying to take over the site itself. But look at XMS hiding behind, whipping everything. Doesn't get a single kill from the position, and NIP dominate the infights. It's going to be a clean pistol win for them. Lucky hitting the deck as well. It's NIP with a pistol pickup.
Almost a teammate as well, not the only one not to get the kill. Yeah, that's just painful for XMS. He was in such a good position. He had the pillar for cover as well. Unfortunately, he got blinded for a second. I feel like he would have got the kill on the player towards staircase. But yeah, just fluffing a few shots, and that's going to be NIP winning the pistol very convincingly, not dropping a single player. And for the CTs, they're going to opt to go for a full eco, which is a little surprising. Usually expect the CTs to potentially go for a force buy here, but yeah, a full eco for Heretics, and that means it's going to be an early buy coming out, potentially around number 3. A number of FAMAS's M4A1s perhaps cropping, but full stack towards the A ramp. This could get a little murky, but those 2 MAC-10s, 3 MAC-10s in fact, should have a pretty fun time just mincing through the CTs.
Well, Twist and Rez taking 2 kills. And we'll be lucky, find a headshot. Rez in a fall, and this is not the way this should have got NIP, already losing too many players. 2 MAC-10s recovered here for Team Heretics. Now a chance to do some more damage in a round that they shouldn't have any chance in doing anything in. Blopsy's do stay back, looking in towards CT. Catches Kirishima, but not a kill coming through. NIP will take that B-bomb site, and now Heretics looking for their way back in. They have got 2 Molotovs, but that is all about it. And NIP should be picking up the round win, but still a chance as they gather up towards the back of B. It's going to be Plopsky taking the kill. Kirishima going to fall, but another one coming over the top, and that's going to be Plopsky taking down Lucky as well. It's on to Navira, the last remaining player. And he's going to spam away with the MAC-10, but realizes winning the round is impossible, so he's going to save the MAC-10, at least something brought into the next round. But good damage done by Team Heretics. 2 kills coming in, Plopsky barely staying alive. Round picked up for NIP though, 2-0.
Yeah, but just a couple of MAC-10s lost, and also almost every kill, in fact every kill, which the T's got, which NIP got, came the way of the MAC-10s. It's money in the bank as well. I don't think NIP are going to be too worried about this. And for Heretics, this buy, are they going to go for it? Yes, they are. Now, the MAC-10, they could potentially just keep this, just so they can afford a lot of utility, extra utility on a player who will be wielding the SMG. And the rest of them, M4A1s coming out, of course, with the drop in the price of the M4A1s. They're going to be seeing more of these M4A1 buys coming out early, especially for the CTs when their money is a little sparse. You can see Maka pricing with the MAC-10. Some people would say is a star of this lineup, and a fast place being set by the T's. NIP just pushing up the 2 MAC-10s in hand. It's going to be Twist leading the charge, and Maka is going to drop him early on. No trade taking place for NIP so far. Smoke keeping everyone else at bay.
Boost coming over the top. I feel like on Vertigo we've actually haven't really seen too many boosts over this wall anymore. But I feel like it's actually safer to do it now than it was previous, because obviously the wood you can spam away. But for me personally, when I'm seeing a lot of these Vertigo games, I'm not seeing a lot of boosts go on over that wall anymore. It's just team-based, but I haven't really seen too much of it. Plopsky is going to be walking up in towards the top of the B stairs. He'll be the top man, the front man, and well, XMS on the other end of the wood, not wanting to give away his position just yet. He wants Lucky to take that initial fight, then he can swing and have the element of surprise.
He will indeed. Flashback's going to pop. Doesn't find anyone, though. Gonna be aware. Res. Gonna be boosted up. Drops the C4 over to Knock. Made contact, jumps up, spots 2 players. At least information conveyed. Plopsky through the wood finds a frag. Trade does come in the form of Lucky. Finds himself a double. Flame's gonna push him back to the back of their bomb site. But man advantage firmly with Team Heretics. It's a 4v2. Lecra's got a lot of work to do.
Oh, the lineup.
Perfect.
That's solid from Lucky. Really good haul from Team Heretics. That's the kind of round you want to see from Lucky. When this team initially sort of was formed and we got the... it was Lucky coming into the team after he had been kicked from G2. It was him and Body gone. So Lucky came into this team. And Team Heretics definitely seen an elevation of performance. I think Lucky just walked into this team and became the star player very, very quickly. It was kind of strange to see. He had this sort of purple patch of form. He was really, really looking good. Maybe just coming out of playing out of the top tier scene with G2 for so long, coming into playing against tier 3, 2 teams, just felt a little bit easier. But I think the team has started to elevate. Lucky's gone back into the more supportive element, but he has been a very reliable player. I think we do see Lucky do his job excellently across the board. He's always a good IQ. You can always rely on Lucky to get the damage done.
You do, right? And I kind of feel, I agree with you. I feel like he has been, I wouldn't say unfairly necessarily, but he has kind of paid the brunt of his lineups kind of falling apart and not able to really achieve much. But he's showing that just about the right combination of players, that's all you need to make things work. And Team Heretics definitely making things very interesting indeed. And it's an exciting time for French CS. You got G2 with their motley mix, the Serbians and the French, and then of course you have Vitality as well, the French super team. And if Heretics are able to do anything close to those two lineups, I'm going to be very excited for French Counter-Strike. It could be a renaissance. To speak of, Maka up close, he's got a lot of work to do, and he's going to find just one. This Rez is going to wreck him with the Deagle. It's a 4v3. Rotation coming in real quickly. Lucky. He spots a player out, Molotov, just ready, instead ready to be tossed in a second. He hears the plant taking place, but the plant should happen. Plopsky burning alive.
Okay.
And he's going to burn alive in the end, but he gets the bomb down, just fully committing to it. And the CTs, they do have a lot of utility to make this retake a possibility.
I'm just holding on. NIP got Lecker up towards short. Nok is going to be joining him. Now that double stack in towards the short position. It's going to be very difficult to deal with, but Nok's going to come back and play with Rez. He can just rotate between these two positions, playing it safe, hoping that they can hold off this retake attempt. Lucky's coming over the top of the smokes. Lecker spamming, doing damage, but Lucky is hitting everything. 2 big kills. That's 3 in the round so far for Lucky. And the defuse comes through in the smoke. XMS makes it happen. Lecker trying his best, but could not get the lineup. And it's going to be a round stolen away from NIP. Team Heretics have to thank Lucky back-to-back in these rounds. He's currently 8-2 already, and this is just stellar stuff.
That is textbook retake. That textbook retake from Heretics. They had a utility, and they won it based off of that beautiful retake execute coming out from that. A smoke keeping everyone at bay, not able to do much. The bomb getting planted. Bomb getting defused. 2 teammates just standing on top, covering him. Just beautifully done. Don't lose a single player as well. That is so impressive. And that flick from Maka just completely annihilates Plopsky. It is pretty much an equal round. Just a few upgraded pistols coming out. Lekro with a Hero AK-47, just equalizing the money out for NIP. But lovely to see Heretics bounce back here despite NIP getting the first 2 initial rounds.
Well, NIP gathering up in towards the ramp. It's Kiyoshima just waiting around the corner. This nade is going to do a lot of damage if it lands on top of them, but unfortunately it actually goes behind them a little bit too far and only does damage towards Nok, and not that much either. So NIP just taking their time. Eventually they want to run in towards the safe side. There they go. Rez taking the head straight off Kiyoshima, who looked away at the wrong time. Lucky looks for the dunk, but Nok's going to move position, trying to get this bomb planted, but he's been bombarded with bullets and utility. Lekro with a headshot, catching Lucky, getting him out of the round. He has been an absolute thorn in the side of NIP, but the role here for Nok is just to get that bomb planted. He will luckily get that through until the wallbang comes in. It's Maka that gets him. And now it's Twisted Lekro, a 2v3 as NIP look to try and hold on and let that bomb tick. This would be a huge round for them to pick up. It's not going to be easy for them, but Twisty's going to be overrun. It's Lekro far back in the ramp, looking to try and make it happen, but Maka takes him away as well. NIP, they'll be happy with the bomb plant, but Team Heretics clean up in the end. Maka with 3 kills this time. As soon as Lucky sort of neutralized, you've got Maka stepping up.
One thing I got to point out, I didn't see who threw the incendiary, but that was the reason it took NIP such a long time to get the bomb down was because the default bomb plant position was getting just naded to oblivion, and then they threw the Molotov towards the edge of the side where you can kind of get the bomb down there, and that incendiary delayed the bomb plant for at least like 7 or 8 more seconds. That allowed all the CDs to be ready to go for the retake, and that's why in the end, despite losing a couple of players, they did not hemorrhage any further members of their team, the Team Heretics. So, pretty convincing win, all things considered. They have lost a couple of players, 4 players in the past couple of rounds, so money not ideal yet for Kiyoshima and Lucky, despite winning 3 on the trot. For NIP though, bomb down, getting a couple of kills, they're going to be happy with that one, and Dubai is going to be coming in AWP in the hands of Twist, and AK-47s on the rest of his comrades.
Well, Maka holding in towards middle. Lekro is going to be Molotoving. That's the position. Mac is forced away. Good utility usage from Lekro. And we actually seen when we casted NIP a few days ago here on Vertigo, we seen Lekro really dominate that mid position against Complexity. Config was not having a great time against Lekro. He's really put a lot of effort into figuring out how to play that one well. And because mid has a little bit more presence now, we're starting to see it have more impact. That role becomes very important. And while Twitch is going to catch Kiyoshima towards the back of the A-bomb site, rotation coming in from Team Heretics straight away. That's 3 players now rotated over towards the other end of the map.
And I've been so good at getting these opening duels. And it's unfortunate for Kiyoshima. Timing not working his way. And this time Lekro's going to go for the plant. And a wild spray almost catches Plopsky. He will fade away now. And now Lekro from above just spamming away. Finds Lucky. That should be the call for the safe.
Yeah.
5v3 retake. Doesn't matter how much utility you have, of which you don't have that much. Dinko, just the 2 smokes and the 2 flashbangs. They want to save the AK, the M4, and the AWP. And it's going to be NIP tying things up once more.
3-3. And while NIP, that's just a really solid, methodical round. You know, Lekro forcing Mac off the angle inside of middle, starving him of information. NIP walk up in towards the A-bomb site, catch Kiyoshima just at the back of the site in the open, take him down. And while NIP just walk onto the A site after that. Lekro with the linchpin kill, really. When he jumps up on top of those boxes, that seals the deal. Team Heretics not winning any of the duels there. NIP dominating on that front. And now we move into the next round. Money is available to the Team Heretics, so they can get a buy back in. And this is what we like to see. A close matchup between these 2 teams on the final map. The decider between these 2 teams.
I'm excited. This is just poised to be a battle, right? And you just kind of know it. You know that it's not going to be easy. And this is easily going to go all the way. Hopefully to all the rounds. All 30 rounds. This is super exciting Counter-Strike. Has Maka. Gets a bullet in his thigh. 16 HP. Now he's got to play this a little bit more passively. I say that, but it's still sticking around. Aggressive hold early on from the CTs. 3 players towards Ram. And that's the way... Oh, XMS is pushing as well. This is very surprising. Aggression from the CDs on both the sides of the map, that's something you rarely see on any map.
Yeah.
Now, if XMS gets caught out, that B bomb site could be... It's pretty much empty. There's no one there. Nivera's close by, but that's about it. And the T's could just push in. Twist is going to get the kill. The timing doesn't work out. XMS gets caught out. That's a call to head to the B bombs. You can see 3 players already poised, ready to strike. And if this pick comes in, Lekro finds Nivera. They're just dropping all over the map. Now, 2 CTs remaining. Kiyoshima and Lucky. They have a lot of work to do, and it's going to be all on Lucky. He needs to be extremely lucky, and he finds 3. All of a sudden, it's turned around. But he needs to win the 1v5 clutch to make this happen.
Well,
and Lekro has already got himself in such a great position.
Lucky with 3 huge kills already. Around that look done. Around that look dead to rights for the Heretics. Lekro holding the passive angle around the corner. Lucky about to check it, but Lekro will find the kill. And NIP... with a 4th round, but that could have been convincing. That could have been every single player staying alive there, but Lucky doing the damage, getting those 3 kills in. 11-5, he's really having a good time. Unfortunately, for the most part, Heretics aren't. NIP dominating at the start of that round, and will continue to do so on the cash front. They've got the money in the bank. Heretics, not so much, so it's going to be a couple of pistols, a little bit of Kevlar picked up. But NIP looking down the barrel at a 5th round.
That is a scary thing, being on a CD side of any map, for that matter. But, you know, the fact that the economy is so very brittle. You know, you lose a couple of players. The last 2 rounds the Heretics won, it's round number 4 and 5 on this map, were rounds where they lost 2 players per round. And that's all it needed for NIP to break their money. Economy in the bin for the time being. Still a lot of rounds to be played out. You can see Nip taking the time. You see aggression taking place from Heretics towards the B stairs. And they push in and finally realize there's no one there. So if NIP take the sweet time to head towards this A bomb side, they're going to be facing off against 5 French players ready and waiting. Although we do have a Belgium in the mix.
Moving up, it's going to be NIP just spamming through the smokes, trying to connect, but it's only the ninjas who are taking damage. Plopsky dropped to 47. Oh, and more damage being done as well from the Deagles, but no kills. Plopsky will take down XMS. Now they'll move through. NIP looking for the headshots. It's going to be Lucky spotted up at the back of the boost, but the bomb camp come through and get planted. Lucky finally getting something in here for Team Heretics. It's almost a crime that they haven't found a kill just yet. They've been doing so much damage, chipping away. The NIP now slither back into the holes, just holding their positions, holding the bomb plant. And, well, mostly French side. Struggling to find a way back into this. Kiyoshima taking damage. Lucky finally dealt with. And this is well recovered. You know, there's never a nightmare scenario available, the NIP, but they definitely took a lot of damage on board. They're kind of lucky to have not lost as many players.
Yeah, and there's no need for them to really face, to be honest. Kiyoshima running out, trying to find a cheeky kill and they fade away, but 3 AK staring down at Kiyo. No, that's just unfortunate. Well, can't really blame him for the attempt, you know. Just a couple of shots, the bomb radius does the damage, but again, Vertigo being one of the maps which has the smallest bomb radius alongside Nuke. So NIP having no trouble saving their guns, and Lucky's been having a great game despite the fact that his team are now trailing by 2 rounds. 12 frags for the man. We do see the double up setup coming out here, Dinko. Something which you personally are not a big fan of.
Only on Vertigo, CT side. I'm not a huge fan of it, but, you know, some teams have actually been starting to make it work. I think Vertigo just as a whole is a map that I don't think we're going to see it. In theory, you shouldn't see as many AWPers do well on. But we've seen Kenny S on the T side just be unbelievable. There's so many little angles he's really made work, so... Yeah, this double up setup, the main reason I don't really like it here on the CT side is generally because if you're playing one of them towards B, you're most likely going to be losing that. And Vertigo is a very retake heavy map, so a lot of executes come in and you basically have to give up the site as a CT player. So a lot of retakes when you're playing double up setup can be very difficult to get back into. So that's the main reason I don't really like it, but we'll see if Heretics can make it work.
Maka, that Molotov's going to push him back. Will have to reposition himself. Ooh. He's going to smoke it off? No, he's not. But do you believe that tick was hurt? Probably. Yeah, I think Twist is aware of this. Trying to go for the wall, then of course that has really been neutralized. Lucky. Position has been compromised. I know exactly where he is. And might be facing a barrage of nades. And there we go. Nades getting tossed in. He's down 48 HP. Kiyoshima, there's nothing he can do to save his teammate. They're going to go for the boost. This is cheeky. This could actually work or not. Kiyoshima.
Knock's low.
From above, he can find Knock. Knock is on 5 HP. Kiyoshima can just go for the jumping shot.
I love it.
Of course it's going to be Kiyoshima who's going to get the kill. And Lucky, he's still trapped. He's got to make an escape. But the double peek comes in. Twist gets a trade. And Lucky doing a great job just finding that one kill before he gets taken down.
The fact that Lucky finds one kill there is unbelievable. Now this double up setup really starting to come through. NIP have been picked apart. And Twist now the last remaining player. Having to save his AK into the next round. That's brilliant from Team Heretics. I like the little gimmick. I also really like the way that they keep Lucky alive in the sandbags. You know, the smoke comes in, he just doesn't give up. And they realize they need to do something. They can't let him just die in towards the sandbags. So they go for that boost. And while luckily Knock is only 5 HP, so that jumping shot on the MP9 allows for the kill on towards Kiyo. That creates enough of a distraction that allows Lucky to swing from the sandbags and take down one. So good stuff there from Team Heretics. Really well played in towards that A bomb site. Take a look into the next round. The money's back in the bag. They've got the 2 AWPs. They've got the M4s. The AK picked up as well. NIP, they're on their last legs, economically speaking, on a few players here, but still reserve cash on 3 of them.
I feel like NIP's hesitancy in some of these hits could be their downfall here, and it does feel like Heretics are aware of that. They keep regressing out, and that's something which is really cool. And I agree with you, that A-hole was really something, considering how Lucky was trapped. We had a player, I do believe Kiyoshima, just had the MP9 to work with, and yet they make it happen. Oh, that's a brilliant flash. Completely destroyed. Now they know the B bomb site is that's what it's taking. If XMS gets taken down and he's trapped all by
What?
himself.
Lekr doesn't see him.
What?
Lekr did not see him. He just started spamming below him and couldn't quite see XMS. So that's an easy free kill coming in. But still, NIP hold the advantage after that awkward occasion. And now with 55 seconds left, Lucky gets spotted. He's going to be tagged and res. That's the patient play that really pays off for him. It's all under Kiyashima, saving on the other end of the map. Well, XMS not spotted. That is brilliant.
That is just, I'm just confused how we didn't see that. I mean, obviously we do have the advantage of having X-ray, but, I mean...
I think it was still pretty obvious.
It's Lekr. I mean, you're not supposed to miss those. And it wasn't even like a 4x3, it was right there on his screen. I find it just funny how he just went for the reaction spray randomly.
Yeah, it's just like directly below. I mean, that's the scary thing. When you come over that boost and you can't really figure out where you're being shot from, if you still can't see where you're being shot from, generally you're going to probably think below you, right? Because you can't really see that too well. The view model blocks it, so I like that that's the decision he goes with. The thought process behind that. But, yeah, I think XMS probably should have been seen there. But we'll let it slide. NIP still win the round, 6-4. The best thing about Heretics is they have a sick jersey and they're sponsored by KFC.
I could use some KFC right now, to be honest.
Yeah, so could I. I miss fast food.
Yeah, one of the things we're missing in these grim and dark days. But one thing which keeps on giving in these dark times, Dinko, is Counter-Strike.
Yep, plenty of it. And when we have ourselves Team Heretics NIP, the decider match that has been rescheduled to today. If you are just tuning in and wonder, wow, these guys are playing against each other again. We are finishing the series that happened prior, so we had some connectivity issues with XMS. So we had to reschedule until today. Vertigo was the third map in the series. First was Nuke. It was taken by the Heretics. Second, Overpass, won by NIP in a very convincing fashion. And then we find ourselves here on Vertigo. A bloodbath of the game so far at 6-4. It's been scrappy, it's been back and forth, but NIP looking to try and take the lead and extend upon it further.
Definitely been a game to watch. And this is, of course, just the pistol investments coming out from Team Heretics, but should be 7 rounds here for NIP. As long as they don't really overextend and make too many mistakes. The Rez just trying to get that head on the Maka and a nice little fade, but XMS needs to get those, he need to convert those. Instead, he will fall. And Lucky, I don't think is really going to be going for this. About AK-47, maybe going for a couple of wild sprays, hoping to get lucky. There we go. That's a cheeky angle. I love it, but he gets spotted out. Rez is going to be the doom of him, and the AK-47 will be salvaged by Nevera going to the next round. But NIP, they get 7 rounds here, and we already have the lurk in the form of Lekr. He's going to deny the save. No AK-47 for the CTs, and it's all on Marco with the Deagle in a 1v5.
Well, he comes back through spawn, Lekr. He's going to be spotted and his head taken off. There's an AK available to Maka, who will be fleeing the scene, but Knock will prevent him from going any further. Easy headshot for Knock, right between the eyes. 7-4. NIP win the round that they should, and then we move into this next round. Team Heretics do have the option again to go with, get the AWP into the hands of Maka. I should be expecting just the singular AWP here due to the low amount of money, but Nevera is actually going to go glass cannon. That's how much they want this double AWP setup.
Which could be the protocol they're working with, right? I mean, they do have a flawless record on Vertigo. If they lose this map, it's going to be the first time we're going to lose. This lineup is going to lose Vertigo. So they definitely have the protocols. They want to make it work, but the lack of adaptation could be the problem here. Like you mentioned, they really wanted to have this dual AWP setup running, but if you don't have the money for it, and yet you're kind of forcing it, it kind of is a tell that you don't have that many plan Bs in case your usual buy doesn't work. On this on a CD side, Maka up in hand. Crosshair trained at the entry from the A ramp, and Ninjas and Pyjamas are wasting no time. The smoke wall has been deployed. They haven't really shown their hand yet. The rotation really not taking place from Heretics quite yet. Spam coming in from Twist, just trying to ensure there's no one close by. And NIP again. This is where Heretics they managed to bring it back, right? It's a very passive approach from NIP, and Heretics is kind of re-aggressive. Look at the amount of utility they have. They haven't used anything yet so far. Maka at the top of the smoke, trying to find something.
Well, just looking over the boost. He's going to try and catch what he can, but he's dropped to 49. He'll be looking for a little bit more here, but no one coming his way. No heads presenting themselves. And NIP get themselves into good post-plant positions, and that's not the nade you're looking for, Keo. Not exactly the way things should have gone, and now really starting to struggle. Team Heretics toss in the retake utility. There's a bombardment of nades coming through. Still 5v5. We still haven't got a kill in the round just yet. That should change soon. Damage is being done. Rez finally draws first blood, and it's Maka that falls. Team Heretics going for the save. They threw so much at this and get no rewards whatsoever. Lucky having to back away. It's an 8th round on the board for NIP, and Team Heretics, they're going to be losing players, even trying to get out of spawn. It's Plopsky just preventing them from moving forward, and this is absolutely huge for the economy.
Yeah, that's just complete destruction. Look at the economy. They save 2 guns, but the money, they can eke out a buy, but it's going to be very rough indeed. An average of $3,000 in each and every one of the players. Yeah, they have the M4 and the AWP. FAMAS will be bought up and will be dropped over to their comrades, but apart from that, this is rough indeed for Heretics. And that play from NIP was a very good adaptation. We saw it around earlier where they got the bomb down, but the retake happened from Heretics. I think it was a 3v3. And this time around, NIP, they were proactive. They did not allow Heretics to just push in. And now the fast break USB, XMS gets nothing. The Lecro single-handedly opening up the B bomb site. Nevera's left alone. He just has a deagle in hand. Plopsky around the corner, but there's nothing he can do. Plopsky's going to continue to push in. And Nevera, for now, using the smoke as some cover, but at one point he's going to be spotted out.
Well, NIP, 2 players in front of him. It's going to be Nevera taking 2. Rez will get the trade back in. Now a 4v2 save call. I'm going to come in. Maka needs the AWP into the next round, and while this is starting to look rough for Team Heretics, they haven't really got enough money in this next round to go for a brilliant purchase either. So what are we looking at here? NIP most likely reaching double figures, and that is a very scary sign for the Heretics.
I'm not sure who's calling right now for Nip. Could be the in-game leader, or it could be Threat because he is the coach and it's on like, oh, nice flick from Maka. But yeah, that sucks, right? He gets a nice flick, but then the AWP
as soon as you lose the AWP, that's pretty much 0 chance now, I think. Like they've been really relying on that AWP to get their system going on the CT side. Now that they don't have that, they lose the... He could have dropped a weapon as well, but now that they don't have that, they don't even have one in the system. Oh, this is looking scary for Team Heretics.
I wonder, honestly, like, it feels like it could be Threat calling right now. We do have a tactical timeout getting called by Heretics in about time. This is kind of spiraling a little bit out of control here. But I just want to say, like, I think Lecro is calling for the team. Or it could be Threat because he is in the server during the TeamSpeak, right? But whoever's doing it, they're doing a phenomenal job. This T side, apart from a couple of hiccups here and there, it's been great adaptation. They've been forcing Heretics to play reactionary, and that's the win right there. When you're forcing the CTs to be so reactive in the way they're approaching a CT side, you pretty much won this side. There's such an impressive T side coming out from NIP, despite a few hiccups here and there. And also, everyone really popping up. Nock hasn't really had to do anything. And he's a player who usually shines on the CD side with a big green zoom banger. I mean, everyone's stepping up. Lecro especially. Some of these entries have been sick so far.
Well, nade's going on in. It's going to be Maka. Drop to 70. Well, it's going to be Twist that opens things up. Maka gone. Nade landing up on top of Twist. It's going to drop him to 44 HP. Another nade coming up over the top of the sandbags. Well, that's Twist with another Kiyashima, this time the victim. And well, this was everything on the line for Team Heretics. After a pause, they invested everything they possibly could. And, well, it's not looking great. Nevera luckily pulling 1 kill back in, but still the advantage side to the Swedes.
And look at how calm and composed they are. They get 2 opening picks. They still haven't moved up. They're still working as a unit, not giving anything to chance, playing the percentage game. This is just lovely to watch from NIP. And Heretics, for them to get anything done, they have to go for this risky plays now. They have to re-aggress. They have to try and find something. All 3 players ready and waiting on the A bomb site. Op train Nevera has got to land a shot. What a shot from Twist. Instant brain surgery with the AWP. He finds another one. 4K for Twist. He's got all the money in the world. Even tosses away the AWP in a celebratory little dance there. 10-4. The ninjas in pajamas, they're here to play today.
I think, like you said, Team Heretics having a bit of a flawless run here on Vertigo. I think they've finally reached their final boss. NIP have been really solid on Vertigo. I think one of the best teams on this map at the moment, so it's very difficult to play against them on this, especially with their T side. It's very pick-based. They just have so many individuals that can just find these great openings and take you down and really just pick apart your defense. And the only way of dealing with that for Team Heretics has been to play a little bit more passive, but unfortunately, NIP has even been able to pick that apart. You've seen Heretics at the start of this, they tried to hold passively back at the sides. Keo was even all the way back in towards the CT boost, and they still catch him off. So NIP, they've just forced Heretics to change up constantly and try and keep changing things and adapting, but unfortunately NIP are just so good at the T side that nothing is working for Heretics.
Nothing, and these defaults is just so very good. Oh, Maka. Twist knows where he is. There you go. Just has to fall on back. He's got the AWP. Maka's not going to re-aggress. Although, I say that, and you can see two CTs pushing up. So at least they have A-ramp control for now. But Twist is not going to be falling back completely yet. Maka getting boosted here is cheeky. This could potentially catch one of the T's off guard. But with his position, now it's funneling the NIP towards the B bomb side, where we can see the rest of the CT slowly starting to gather over.
Oh, well, Keo catching Lekro. Will fall. Rez also hitting the deck. Twist finally answering back in, but XMS needed to do more in that position. If he finds one kill there, that's enough. But Blobski, he's just cutting right through them here on the B-bomb side. A one-man army for NIP, spearheading the approach. Finally dealt with by Lucky, who needs every kill left, and Twist will stop him. 11-4 at the half. Huge half from NIP. Team Heretics, they look good in that last round, but Plopski showing up. 11-4 at the half. It's time for a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if Team Heretics can bounce back in the second, or will NIP take the series?
I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. Say you wanna be somebody. I'm here and I can show you.
If there were any doubts about Threat's impact for NIP, I think they've been squashed. I think we're really starting to see what he can do as a leader. He's got themselves, this team, into tip-top shape on their T side. It was such an impressive first half, 11 rounds on the board.
I don't think anyone really has any doubts as to Threat's impact on any lineup. He's on Twist, tapping away through the wooden panels. Unfortunately for him, not able to quite land his shots. Maka just takes a little bit of damage. Molotov's going to push out a player simultaneously as Flashbang will pop. Great work, great utility usage by Heretics. And it's going to be down to Maka to open it up. He finds one, but Lekro with a quick reply.
Well, towards the back line, it's going to be Twist with a headshot. Lucky gone, and Maka also hitting the deck. It's going to be a man advantage here for NIP, looking to hold on as Twist looking for the headshots. He'll be doing his best with Lekro and Rez, who steal the wall away. And now Keo. He was left holding the flank, but in the meantime, all of his teammates are dead. On the upper bomb side, it's going to be Rez to take him away. Kiyoshima picked off. 12-4. NIP continue the pit and train, and are now 4 away from victory in the series.
Although Lekro and Rez got the double kills there, Twist was MVP of that round. The fact that he just stayed alive, just dancing around the beam, was just beautiful to watch. Heretics, they knew they had to get him, they had to get that kill onto him, but at the same time, there were 2 or 3 CDs just holding the line down. And they weren't really allowed to push into him with the Glocks. And yeah, NIP, the winning ways continue. Very, very convincing round despite Heretics with the initial flurry of utility. Maka just able to find the 1 kill. I felt like they should have sent in more players with Maka. At least like 2 or 3 would have definitely allowed them to go for the trades. Instead, they just got completely decimated with the USPs. Just a couple of kills there. And now NIP for the buy once more. 3 MP9s, the M4 in the hands of Lekro, and of course a FAMAS for Rez. Heretics is going to be full eco. Not a single purchase coming in for the French-Belgian side. So we'll be looking to go for the buy into round number 18.
Well, the push coming up. It's going to be Knock ready. Salivate into this. He's going to peek around the corner. A lot of eco kills were available to him, but he only managed the 1. That's the back of the sandbags, though, will do a lot of work. Making himself easy pickings, and all the cleanup is there from Plopsky and Rez. 13-4. NIP win that one without much of a challenge. This is their first real test now. It's going to be Team Heretics picking up their first buy. The AK's into play, the utility available, but it's do or die time now for Team Heretics. If they're going to show up here in Vertigo, they've got to do it here.
Yeah, the rough thing is XMS and Nivera and Kiyoshima have a combined frags of 12. Lekro, who's a fourth in the kills department for NIP, also has 12 kills. I mean, Counter-Strike's not just about the frags, but you do need to hit those shots at killer opponents. It is the end of the day an FPS, and that is just lovely aggression from NIP. If not, he'll get himself a free kill, but Maka replies back through the smoke, through the wood with a kill of his own. This has just been a flurry of action as Plopsky, he's gonna strike. He's found one Nivera and Lucky. That's the bomb drop, Dinko.
Well, that's huge.
And it's all where the B bomb site. It's over.
Yep, round is relatively done at this point. I think unless there's a huge hero play from Kiyoshima and Maka, this is looking good for NIP's 14th. Maka wrapping himself around from the A bomb side, but Lekro's waiting for him. Maka's going to walk into the waiting arms, and well, Kiyoshima, nearly gets a chance onto Lekro, but it's the bait that comes through. Kiyoshima rattles the shots off, but couldn't quite get a kill, and now stuck inside the middle. A minute on the clock, no possession of the bomb. NIP are just having a masterclass of Vertigo right now. You should be paying to watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a masterclass.
Yeah, this is just textbook Counter-Strike. And personally, I've actually enjoyed the new Vertigo with the updates. I won't lie, I've been one of the most open critics of the map, but with the new update, it has really looked good, and I love to see how NIP have been abusing that T side, just like, and they haven't really pressured mid that much either. Just Heretics CD side just seemed a little lacking compared to this, as you so very aptly put it, this masterclass being shown by the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Kiyoshima is going to save the AK-47. It's going to be round 14 for NIP, and they need 2 more. Not just to win the series, Dinko, but to be on top of Group A in the road to Rio for EU.
And that's impressive. Coming into this, NIP, clearly a team that have put a lot of hard work in. Process has been there, getting these young players into shape.
Counter-terrorists win.
We know the talent is unbelievable on this team. Well, 14-4. 2-0 is all that they need to take the win in the series. Very long series. This lasted days, Blair, but we have reached the end potentially.
It's almost like a Wimbledon.
Yeah, Wimbledon
game.
match.
Oh, we got rained out, so we're gonna continue tomorrow. Wasn't there like a crazy game which went on for like
I'm pretty sure it was
7 or 8
Federer
hours?
and Nadal. It actually like they had to go into the next day. Yeah, it was nuts. Pretty sure it was a final as well of Wimbledon.
There was another which went down like 3 days or something. That's the world record. I think it was a French player against an American. I forgot the name of those players, but that was insane. It just went on and on and on. But this one, I don't think is gonna be the case.
It's not very back and forth
NIP.
like tennis. It's very one-sided.
Yeah, this is just Federer versus a random unknown,
Me.
basically. Except Heretics aren't really an unknown. They have impressed so far, but yeah, like you said, they might have finally met their match on Vertigo. They've run flawless, 6-0 on Vertigo, and finally NIP making them look mortal.
Yeah, NIP G2. I think they are two of the teams you just don't really want to be facing on Vertigo at all. A lot unfortunate for Heretics, but they've been so impressive in the road to Rio. Nock has had a quiet performance, hasn't really had to do a whole lot. And well, this is his time to shine. Maybe with that AWP towards the back of the site. Low buy coming at him. It's going to be Nock with an easy kill on towards Maka. Lekro doesn't see the player up on top of the boxes, but he might start to spam away anyway, doing the damage, trying to deny the ball plant. And well, the plant at least comes through. Twist hops up and does damage as well. Look at the Heretics players' health. They're all so low. Nock eventually will chime through the box, catching Navira off. Now Rez holding on. Oh my god, the Tech 9 out of nowhere. That's a small chance for XMS as he falls away with an M4. Team Heretics with a plant in, NIP looking for the retake. They're going to be sticking that defuse, or at least tapping it to pull them into the open. But the kills keep coming through from the Heretics. They're making it happen. Plopkin lines them up, but Lucky's in with a headshot. Luckily, Lekro was there. And well, NIP will take 15 to the rounds, but that was so close again. Team Heretics really doing a lot there.
Yeah, they did a great job considering it almost feels like it was done for. And considering the amount of damage being dealt out by NIP as well, most of them would have just been taken out with just a one solitary nade. But fortunately for them, NIP didn't have any more utility remaining apart from a couple of flashbangs to go for the duels. And in the end, NIP do come out on top. Yeah, they lose 4 players. Doesn't really matter without 10 kills. They have everything to work with here. AK-47, 2 M4s, the double up setup coming out. And for Team Heretics, this is it. This is their the last hurrah. If they want to win this one, well, firstly, they need to win 11 in a row and take it to overtime. And then they need to fight it out through overtime. And here's the thing. I can be an optimist at times, Tinko, but this might be asking too much.
Yeah, I think this is just unrealistic to expect anything now off the back of this. But maybe, just maybe, they can get a few more rounds on the board. It's going to be Rez. Tossing the nade on in. It's going to do a lot of damage, actually. Lucky's being dropped to 60. Not the start he would be looking for.
Nock has been very quiet, but can you blame him? I mean, he really hasn't had much to do. The rest of his team just having a ball of a time. You see Rez heading towards short. The smoke's gonna be raining in. And I love how Rez and Lekro just playing in front of the smokes. They're not allowing Heretics to get any map control. What they're doing is they're forcing Heretics to use a utility, but they're not really getting anything out of it. In fact, the time's just getting wasted away. And this is just great work from NIP.
Well, Rez just holding on around the corner. Start to come through. Rez looking to try and hold him off as Lekro taking one. Navira gone. Rez going to find one on Lekro and Nock cleaning it up. There we go. That is clean from NIP. Just shutting it all down. 16-4. The series finally reaches its end. And NIP will be the victors 2-1. They had two very one-sided final maps. Overpass 16-3 and Vertigo 16-4. The Heretics have impressed throughout the road to Rio though. So they've already overperformed.
They have indeed, but obviously they would have wanted this win because that guarantees them the second spot tied with NIP. Although I do believe NIP would have had the round advantage, the round lead.